December 8th, 2020 regular meeting of the Hawthorne City Council, and it's called to order with all members present, with the exception of Councilmember Awad. Is he here? Or is he not here? Okay, I think he's not here then. Okay. Pastor Magdalani from Hope Chapel will do the invocation tonight, and we will be led in the Pledge of Allegiance by Councilmember Mike Tejeda. All right.
All righty. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Well, it's an honor for me to be here tonight to open us up in prayer. So folks, would you pray with me, please? Father God, we do want to acknowledge you, and we do thank you for your presence, Lord God. And Lord, I think of your word that tells us that in you we live and move and have our being. So we thank you, Father God, for giving us life today. We want to commit this meeting to you, Lord God. We ask that your peace would rule and reign, unity, and just your presence and your joy here tonight, Lord God. We thank you for the servants that you've raised up for such a time as this. Pray that you bless them as they are sworn in and begin their commitment to serve you through serving the people of this city. We ask your extra grace and protection upon every citizen of Hawthorne and beyond, Lord God. Pray that you protect our elderly and everyone vulnerable to sickness and to the virus, Lord. Pray that you personally protect them, keep us all healthy. We trust you to do that, Lord. We commit this evening to you. I personally pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Councilmember Mike Tejeda.
Okay, stand up and find the nearest flag. Put your hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance
To the
flag
of the United
States of America,
and to the
republic
for which it stands,
and
one nation, under God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice.
justice for all.
Councilmember Valentine has a presentation today. Go ahead, Councilmember Valentine.
Thank you. So tonight I want to thank Councilmember Haydar Awad for his service to the city for the past 4 years. So I have a resolution, I have a certificate. Be it known to all assembled here and others who behold these present that formal expression has been made as evidenced by this document. In recognition of your unselfish dedication and many hours of dedication to our organization and our community, the Hawthorne City Council does join with friends and family in recognizing Haydar Awad. We are extremely proud to have you as part of our community. Your efforts are much appreciated, and it is proclaimed this 8th day of December 2020 by Mayor Alex Vargas.
Okay. All right, I have a presentation for Councilmember Mike Tejeda. Councilmember Mike Tejeda, thank you for everything you've done for our city, everything you have done for the city, everything you did while on council, and everything we know that you'll continue to do for the city. We appreciate you. We love you very much, my friend. All of us on the council, the city, the community.
Thank you.
Be it known to all assembled here and others who behold these presents that formal expression has been made as evidenced by this document. In recognition of your unselfish dedication and many hours of dedication to our organization and our community, the Hawthorne City Council does join with friends and family in recognizing Miguel Mike Tejeda as a distinguished council member of the city of Hawthorne and recognizes him for his service. We are extremely proud to have you as part of our community. Your efforts are much appreciated. Proclaimed this 8th day of December 2020 by myself, Mayor Alex Vargas, and ratified by all the members of the City Council. Thank you so much, Councilmember Tejeda.
Thank you.
Through the chair.
Real honor for that. Thank you.
Go ahead, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I don't know if Mike is going to stay around, but let me tell you that it was an honor, to serve with you as a city council member. But we know each other for so many, many, many years, through your nonprofit project, through the Wounded Warriors. and to the Planning Commission. So you have been an outstanding citizen of this city of good neighbors. And I know you will continue to serve your community because your heart, your love is in this city. And you love the people of Hawthorne. You love those that come from the wars, wounded, and you take care of them. Like this Christmas, you go give toys to children of the wounded warriors. So you are a champion. So it was a tremendous honor to serve with you, and anything I can do for you is just one call away, all right?
Thank you, Alex. Thank you. I really appreciate you too.
Through the chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Valentine, let me just say my my thank you, my appreciation to also to Ms. Haidar Awad for his service in the city of Hawthorne for 4 years. It was an honor to serve with him for 2 years. And I hope that he will continue to prosper in his business affairs in the city of Hawthorne. And we here as a partner, as a city of Hawthorne, welcome all kind of business that will profit the whole entire city of Hawthorne. So for him and his family, we welcome them as a business owner, and especially, from successful immigrants. So we'll continue to do our partnership with them in all the endeavors that will prosper the city of Hawthorne. So thank you for all the service. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead. Councilmember.
Yes, let me just express my my appreciation to Mike, Council Member Tayeda, for your unselfish dedication to the people of the city of Hawthorne, for your dedication to the veteran community. I was not, unlike Council Member Montero, I did not know you before you started serving on the council, but I can say that it has been my pleasure to have served with you these last 2 years. And I wish you every success with the veteran community, and please continue to stay in touch with us and keep us in the loop as to what you're doing, because I know you're going to be doing great things for the community. Your unselfish spirit is something that that we've all come to admire. Thank you so much for all you've done for our community.
To the chair.
And yes, please go ahead.
Councilmember Mike Tayeda, go ahead.
I was born in Cuba, and I came to this country when I was 9 years old as a refugee. And I remember how people helped my family. The church, First Baptist Church of Alhambra, sponsored our family from Miami here to Southern California. And from the moment that we got here, somebody within the church was helping our family. And our family has grown, they've prospered. America gives you the opportunity to succeed, to fail, to get back up. And I've had a good road. I've been up, I've been down. Serving is a big deal, and being a part of the community, being a part of Hawthorne, being a part of the council and the planning commission has been a privilege. And I want to thank you guys for the time that you've given me. I mean, I went heads up with the city, with the voters, and I didn't come out. But I know that you got two good people that are coming, that the business of the city is going to be well handled. It's going to be well taken care of, particularly with the existing people, Alex, Olivia, and Alex on the council. I'm sure that the city's in great hands. But for me, personally, it's been a real privilege to be able to sit there with you guys and make some decisions, and make some things happen. And I know David's going to do great. I know that Angie's going to do great. And so the city's in good hands. The city's in very good hands. And I feel privileged and I feel honored that you guys gave me this chance and opportunity to do my part. It's a long road from that 9-year-old kid that came over here scared, couldn't speak the language, didn't know where we were going, what we were doing. And I've had a great run here, and I still got a lot of work to do. I still got a lot of work to do. So thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys. And that's
Mike.
Through the chair, I also wanted to say a word to Council Member Haidar Awad. Council Member Haidar Awad, Thank you for your service to the city of Hawthorne and the people of Hawthorne. Thank you for your ambitious spirit and your willingness to take on projects and just run with them, and we appreciate your service and your ambitious spirit, and we wish you well in your future endeavors. Hopefully you'll succeed in your business in enterprise and bring more business into the city of Hawthorne. So good luck to you as well, and keep us in the loop. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Clerk, can you please read the guidelines for oral communications?
You have another presentation.
Yeah,
Oh.
next we have a presentation
Are
by
we doing-
Senator Stephen Bradford.
Okay, yeah, let's bring him on board. Let's bring the senator on board.
Welcome, Senator.
Thank you. Good evening. Let me first say congratulations to the mayor and his reelection, and to the new incoming, well, I should say incoming to the council, David Patterson, who has served as a treasurer and is ready to hit the ground running, and the return of Miss Councilwoman English, who has served that city in that capacity previously. But also, I just want to take time also to recognize the service that both Councilman Toledo has provided to the city of Hawthorne, as well as Councilman Awad. As an individual who spent 12 years of my career as a local city councilman, I can assure you there's no greater thankless job, but a more rewarding job than local government. It is truly where the rubber meets the road. It is truly where you solve constituents' problems in real time, and where you can see the immediate gratitude and appreciation of the work that you've done. So I want to recognize that effort. I want to also recognize Councilman Awad, someone who I had an opportunity to work with over the last 4 years directly while he was on council. I commend him for his leadership on COVID-19, his scholarship program for college-bound students, his rally with he and Councilwoman-elect English on Black Lives Matter and police reform issues, and his embracing of the landlord-tenant protection reforms that we so badly need here in California, especially under COVID-19. And to Councilman Toledo for your work on the oversight board, your long history with the Planning Commission here in the city of Hawthorne that helped shape and direct the development in those communities. Again, your 9/11 survivor program and 9/11 Help America program is truly commendable. So on behalf of the state of California, but more specifically, the 35th Senate District, which I'm proud to represent and have you, the city of Hawthorne, as part of that, I just want to take my hat off. We have a certificate for both Councilman Awad and Toledo from the state of California, thanking you for your years of service. And as your colleagues have stated, I know you're not going anywhere. You're going to continue to work, because that's who both of you guys are, committed. You guys had stellar careers in the business world prior to entering public service, and I know you'll continue in that same vein going forward. So again, on behalf of the 35th Senate District and 1 million people that we represent, we want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your years of service on the Hawthorne City Council. We wish you nothing but the best in the future, and wish the city as a whole happy holidays and a safe new year.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, State
Real
Senator
honor.
C. Bradford,
You,
being here,
my pleasure.
congratulating our fellow council members that are leaving the city council, and for your support, for your well wishes for myself too. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, actually, I want to congratulate Senator Bradford for his reelection.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, Councilman.
Yeah, because I know you were in the ballot. So, and I know you back in Sacramento, and I know you guys are going to fight for, to extend the moratorium on eviction, and also to bring more dollars for the small business, right? And I wanted to later on, work with you, because I want to bring manufacturing jobs to Hawthorne. Okay, so we need to start building those PPEs, these masks and ventilators right here in Southern California, right here in Hawthorne, instead of China or Philippines. Okay?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And had I done my legislative update, I would have loved to share, which I hope your small businesses are taking advantage of, like pass the small business tax credit. There's currently $100 million available to small businesses who hire new or rehire as of July 1 of this year. And you can apply for that money all the way up until the end of this year. So take advantage of it. It's 100 million up to 100,000 per business with employees less than 100. So again, and that's for new hires or rehires. So
All right.
that is available now.
All right. Fantastic. And again, congratulations. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Through the chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Senator Bradford, from me also, congratulations on your reelection. And thank you for all your service to the people of the 35th District. And we look forward to working with you to bring those small businesses into the city and to bring relief, COVID relief to them. Our businesses have really suffered from all of these stay-at-home orders, even though we understand the need for them. A lot of our businesses had twisted themselves into knots to prepare for being able to do outdoor dining, patio dining. So to be closed up again now, it's a terrible hardship, and right around the holiday season. And our retail businesses, which can only be open to 20% of capacity, we need a lot of relief here. And because we're trying to change Hawthorne and make Hawthorne more business friendly and bring more business into Hawthorne, it's especially hurtful to us that our businesses are suffering. So if whatever you can do to help us, we would greatly appreciate it.
Well, thank you. We're continuing to work on, like you say, renter tenant relief. I was a co-author of the bill providing relief to not only the tenants, but our small landlords who are mom and pop. Many people think if you're a landlord, you're some rich individual or conglomerate, but many of them are frontline workers, our teachers, our mailmen, our bus drivers who just happen to invest in a couple of units, and they're struggling right now. So we want to make sure that we not only keep Californians housed, but also that we keep our property owners, our landlords from going into foreclosure. So we're working on improving AB 3088, which is the Tenant Landlord Protection Act, which I was a co-author, and we just introduced new language yesterday to expand upon that and provide continued relief past February of this coming new year.
Thank
To the chair.
Yes.
Senator, congratulations on your reelection. And we've, as soon as we're able, we're gonna go back and put on our annual golf tournament. And I hope that you will come and spend a day with us and play golf with a bunch of combat wounded vets. It's a wonderful way to spend the day. So I would love for you to come and join us. As soon as we're able, we're gonna get a tournament together.
I look forward to that. Other than public service, my great next love is playing golf. So I look forward to that opportunity.
All right, very good, very good.
Give me three aside. Give me three aside.
What's that?
I need 3 strokes aside. You gonna give me 3 aside?
You don't need anything, but I'll give you whatever you want. But you don't need anything. You're a hustler. So we'll work it out. We'll work it out on the golf course.
All right.
All right.
He's a boy from Gardena.
Hey, you gotta ask. You know, close enough doesn't get big.
All right, fantastic.
Merry Christmas, Senator.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you guys too. Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas. All right.
Thank you, boss. All right. So are you ready for the oral communications, Mr.
Yes.
City Clerk?
Yes, we are, Mayor.
Please go ahead.
All right. During oral communications, speakers shall have 3 minutes to state their business. The Brown Act prohibits the City Council from providing a detailed response or acting upon any items not contained on the agenda. The governing bodies as a body shall have the discretion at the close of oral communications to refer your remarks to the city manager for study, investigation, report, and or recommendation.
Okay. How many do you have?
So we received a total of 16 requests for public comments. The city received 11 emails and 5 individuals will be speaking today. The emails were provided to the city council members prior to today's meeting via an email, and the comments will be posted on the city website under the city clerk department for the public to view.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So the first speaker is going to be Matt Zaro. Mr. Zaro, you're on and you have 3 minutes.
Dear City Council, I'm speaking today as a member of Streetwatch LA South Bay and as a citizen of Hawthorne. I have been asked by my friend Cisco to request a dumpster be brought to the encampment next to the canal behind Bodger Park, where he lives. He, like most people, wants to live in a clean and safe environment, but has no place to put his trash. He doesn't want to throw it in the channel or leave it building up on the service road. He wants to put it in a dumpster so it can be dealt with properly. I would like to welcome the new members of City Council. I hope the two of you will prove to be more willing to actually do something to help our unhoused population instead of just talk about it in committees. Concrete and basic services like trash pickup, bathrooms, sinks, and showers are the first step the city should be taking to help our unhoused neighbors get off the streets. When people are struggling to get the bare necessities to survive, they are not going to be able to do the hard work of getting off the streets. I hope both of you are willing to publicly state your opposition to the sweeps in our city. Hawthorne has been forcefully removing people from their shelter in the middle of a pandemic without offering them anywhere to go and providing zero shelters in the city. There is not only is this illegal, it is also immoral, and it makes it harder for people to get off the streets. There is not a single legal place in our city for poor people to sleep at night. Senator Bradford, you and your colleagues in Sacramento have failed the city of Hawthorne, the county of LA, and the state of California. The reason the city of Hawthorne is struggling with homelessness is partly because our state has failed to plan and care for the poor across our state. It is clear that the city cannot count on you to help us, and that we must help ourselves. I'm asking the City Council to turn a new leaf with its new members and to provide services, not sweeps, to our city, to help people by providing simple and basic life-changing things like dumpsters and bathrooms to the vulnerable. These services are a matter of life and death for people like Cisco and my friends Mike and Don, who are still on the streets tonight while Mike is struggling to fight diabetes and a fatal heart condition. Because you have refused to read the comments that have been emailed to you tonight, I will use my remaining time to read what my friend G has written. Your inaction and complicity continues to damage the lives of your most marginalized constituents. Hawthorne's most privileged residents, including yourselves, have treated parking and street dumping as the city's biggest problem, while ignoring the pain your negligence results in. Despite having the necessary resources to take action, you have fallen short. This is another opportunity to care for your most marginalized rather than punish them, and I highly encourage you all to take immediate action. Our neighbors at the encampment near 147th Street and Lamoli along the Dominguez Channel require a dumpster for their trash. Without these basic services, the likelihood of infection and disease increases. As we know, this is deadly in the current pandemic. Alongside this, as Streetwatch has always advocated for, we demand an end to sweeps and the city of good neighbors. Displacement and harassment only worsens the housing crisis. As the Hawthorne Abolition Alliance has shown you time and time again, the only way to improve the standard of living is to ensure safety for all residents, is to invest money into social and public services rather than state violence. Our incoming city council members, my empathy for you as politicians runs short.
Sorry, Mr.
My
Zaro.
empathy for the rest of the city council. Your position of power can alter Hawthorne's course for the future and completely results in harm. Streetwatch and the Alliance.
Mr. Zaro, your 3 minutes have
on the
passed.
side of the people.
Yeah.
Yours truly, G. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Okay, next we have Mr. Jim Lesner. Mr. Lesner, you're on. You have 3 minutes. Mr. Lesner just hung up. We're going to try calling him again. Mr. Lesner?
Hi.
Sir, you have 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Thank you. This is Jim Lesner. My email address is jim@vivahermosa.com. I'm here to talk about the red light camera program, which is going to be on a council meeting, a special council meeting next week, the 15th. It was originally scheduled for October 13th, and I and other people submitted letters and studies for that meeting, anyone like the new council members who weren't on the council at that time can get those materials from the city clerk, or they may be on the city clerk's website, the materials that were submitted for October 13th. But I hope that everybody will participate in the meeting one way or another. I appreciate the fact that the city has made it easy to participate in these meetings, namely that all you have to do is call the city clerk before 4:30 p.m. on the day of the meeting at their number 349-2915. Give them your name, and then they will call you back at the time of the meeting, and you can speak for 3 minutes. Anyway, I hope there's lots of participation then. Look forward to hearing the opinions of the new council members. And thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Lessner. You have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay, our next speaker is going to be calling in right now.
Yep.
Okay, Mr. Lyon, you have 3 minutes. Go ahead. Mr. Lyon hung up. We're going to try calling him again. He just hung up. Mr. Lyon? You can go ahead. You have 3 minutes, sir.
Sounds good. Thanks. As a resident, I'd like to kindly demand that you guys provide dumpster services for the canal encampment and also stop sweep. And that's pretty much all I got. I yield my time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You have a good night. Okay, we're going to go ahead and call the next person. Diana's running sprints in here, by the way.
Thank you, Diane.
Yeah. Hello, good evening. You have 3 minutes to speak. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Brennan. I'm a member of Streetwatch LA. I'd like to welcome the newly elected council members. My hope is that collectively we can help transition our unhoused neighbors into permanent, dignified housing, as well as implement policies that will prevent anyone else from becoming unhoused themselves. On behalf of our unhoused neighbors living near 147th and Lamoli, along the Dominguez Canal, I ask that you provide access to a dumpster. It undoubtedly will improve the lives of the unhoused in that community, and more to the point, it's the right thing to do. I ask that you end sweeps of encampments now. They're unjust and unsafe for a plethora of reasons, least of which is the surging pandemic. I support humane and holistic solutions. Sweeps of homeless encampments fail on both accounts. They're cruel, punitive, and worst of all, do nothing to address the root causes of homelessness. I implore you to provide services and to end sweeps of our unhoused neighbors. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. You have a good evening.
You as well.
Okay, next we have our final speaker is Maggie Clark. Hello, Ms. Clark, can you hear me? Ms. Clark, can you hear me?
Hi, yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Ms. Clark, you have 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Great, thank you so much. And thanks to Diane, who it sounds like is working pretty hard today.
Definitely.
I'll be reading an email I actually sent in earlier, and I was surprised to hear back from the clerk's office that they wouldn't be reading emails at this meeting as they typically do. I would love some clarity. I know you can't answer me now, but at some point in the meeting about when and why that policy changed. Dear City Council members, I'm writing today to once again ask that you take action to support the unhoused residents of Hawthorne. Residents of the Bodger Park Canal are in need of a dumpster and trash pickup to keep their community clean. Members of this council have frequently brought up complaints from housed residents about mess associated with encampments. I invite you all to reflect on what your living space would be like if you had no way of disposing of trash. I know I live in a house with like 2 residents. We managed to fill like an entire bag of trash every day. So if nobody's picking it up, I think my house would look pretty ridiculous within like a week. If you didn't have the privilege of access to trash pickup, how quickly would trash pile up in your own home? I ask that you take this opportunity to address the needs of all community members by providing a dumpster and trash pickup at Bodger Park to the people living there who have nowhere else to go. Dumpsters have been provided to unhoused communities in Inglewood, Lenox, Venice Beach, other cities in the area with success, and I look forward to seeing Hawthorne step up and do the same. And then just sort of on a personal note, I'm excited to see David Patterson here. I voted for you, and I hope that you meet up to my expectations by taking the needs and rights of the unhoused communities here in Hawthorne and of our working class residents, our renters, seriously. We're all counting on you. Thanks. Have a good night.
Thank you, Ms. Clark. Have a good night. That is the end of oral communications. I would like to just make a statement provided by our city attorney that during the prior 30 years of city council meetings, the policy has never been to read written communications. Early in the pandemic, when there were 1 or 2 written communications, they were read as a courtesy. However, when the number rose to over 30, the city reverted to its usual practice of only allowing oral communications. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that clarification. Very important. All right. So that's it, right?
Yep.
So I guess this is me. I have to read all this. So it's a lot of stuff that I have to read. So can you guys hear me pretty clearly?
I actually would be reading it. Number 4.
City clerk. Yeah.
Yeah, I would be reading that.
Do you want to read that? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's better.
So the first order of business is the certification of the official results of the returns of the general municipal elections held November 3rd, 2020. Pursuant to the provisions of the City Elections Code of the State of California, the Registrar Recorder of the County of Los Angeles canvassed the returns of Hawthorne City Municipal Election and has certified the results attached hereof and made a part of hereof as Exhibit A, and I now certify as follows: that there were 31 voting precincts established for the purpose of holding said election, consisting of consolidations of the regular election precincts in Hawthorne as established for the holding of state and county mail-in election. That said, general municipal election was held for the purpose of electing the following officers for the city of Hawthorne as required by the laws relating to the cities in the state of California, to wit: for mayor of the city council for a full term of 4 years, for 2 members of the city council for a full term of 4 years, that the whole number of votes cast in said city was 32,607, that the names of persons voted for at said election and the total number of votes received by each person are as follows: for mayor, Alex Vargas, 12,337, Hadar Awad, 10,552, Alex Montero, 7,334. For members of the City Council, David Patterson, 11,809, Angie Reyes English, 10,426, Amy Shepard, 7,777, Mike Taeda, 7,759, Luis Duran, 5,868. I certify that Alex Vargas was elected as mayor for the city of Hawthorne for the full term of 4 years. I certify that L. David Patterson was elected as member of the city council for the city of Hawthorne for the full term of 4 years. I certify that Angie Reyes English was elected as a member of the city council for the city of Hawthorne for the full term of 4 years. I certify that this general municipal election was held for the purpose of submitting to the voters an ordinance setting term limits for the office of mayor and of member of city council, also known as Measure LL, as required by the laws relating to cities in the state of California. I certify that this general municipal election was held for the purpose of submitting to the voters an ordinance imposing a 5% cannabis business tax on the gross receipts of cannabis businesses until ended by voters. This measure is also known as Measure CC. I certify that this general municipal election was held for the purpose of submitting to the voters an ordinance relating to utility users' taxes, also known as Measure UU, as required by the laws relating to cities in the state of California. I certify that the whole number of votes cast in the city was 32,611. I hereby certify that 22,041 ballots were cast in favor of Measure LL and 7,344 ballots were cast against Measure LL. I certify that 18,304 ballots were cast in favor of Measure CC and 11,464 ballots were cast against Measure CC. I certify that 14,240 ballots were cast in favor of Measure UU and 15,365 ballots were cast against Measure UU. The city clerk's statement and the certification of the canvass is now ready to be ordered filed.
I move.
Second,
Please vote. Roll call vote.
Okay. Councilmember Montero,
Yes.
Councilmember Valentine,
yes.
Councilmember Taeda,
Yes.
and Mayor Vargas.
Yes.
The vote reflects mayor and city council members voting yes. So next is resolution number 8248, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Hawthorne, California, reciting the fact of the general municipal election held in said city on Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020, and declaring the results thereof and such other matters are provided by law for adoption.
I move.
Second.
Okay, I'll take roll call. Councilmember Montero,
Yes.
Councilmember Valentine,
Yes.
Councilmember Taeda,
Yes.
and Mayor Vargas.
Yes.
The vote reflects mayor and city and council members voting yes. Okay. Next, I would like to call Adrian M. English Washington to administer the oath of office to newly elected Councilwoman Angie Reyes English as prescribed in the Constitution of the State of California.
Are they gonna go get her, or she's already on her way?
She's on the Zoom. Go ahead, Mr. Lee.
Should be on the way.
To the chair.
Yes. Go ahead.
Am I done?
It's up to you.
Yeah, you know, I just want to, I'm going to just take off now, but I want to thank you guys for the time that we spent together. I really appreciate that. And I know that David and I know that Angie are going to do a great job. So for me, I'll see you guys around campus, okay?
All right.
Yes, thank you.
Mike.
Mike.
Have a good day, Chair.
Thank you, Mike. You're a great man.
So much.
Merry Christmas, Mike.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much.
I need to go get the water.
Go ahead, Montero. City Manager Lee, were you able to see if they're on their way?
Yeah,
Just 'cause-
expectant staff is bringing them down right now.
Perfect, thank you. And Mr. Patterson, I'm sure you already know this, but you're next, just an FYI.
got lots of babies and a stroller. We can't wait anymore. Okay. Okay. Look at him. Okay. No, you take it down. All right. We left the Bible upstairs.
Sorry about that.
So I'll pretend.
Can you please repeat after me, Mom? Okay.
Raise my right hand.
Yes. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I, Angie Reyes English,
Do solemnly affirm
Can someone go ahead and unmute the room, the chambers?
Let's repeat. Let's do it again. Okay.
I, Angie Reyes English,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the
There isn't a quorum.
Constitution.
There isn't a quorum. You need to start over. Where's Olivia?
It's on the table. Yeah. Okay.
We're searching right now.
Are you ready?
For a quorum. It's got to be a quorum, so.
Let's, okay, can you guys proceed in the council chambers? We have a quorum.
Okay. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I
Angie Reyes English,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the Constitution of the
and
United States
allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well
and that I will well
and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which
I am about to enter.
I'm about to enter. Thank you, daughter.
Next, I would like to call Los Angeles Councilmember Herb Wesson to administer the oath of office to newly elected Councilmember L. David Patterson as prescribed in the Constitution of the State of California.
I'm going to ask City Manager Eric Lee to please allow Councilwoman Angie Reyes English into her office. She doesn't have a fob, and if we can have her come online.
We ready to go? First of all, if I may take a little privilege here, I want to just say that it's good to be back in the great city of Hawthorne. I want to congratulate Angie. I want to thank Hadar and Mike for their service, and a special hello to Alex and Olivia and Mayor Vargas. I'm excited to be here today, and it's an honor that David would ask me. As I am wrapping up my political career, he gives me an opportunity to swear in a new generation. So I want you to know that this is an extreme honor for me. So you ready to rock?
I am.
All right. I state your name.
I, L. David Patterson,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California
the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California,
to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
Ladies and gentlemen, Councilman Patterson from the great city of Hawthorne.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Herb.
It was my honor.
Thank you. Next, I would like to call Mr. Alejandro B. Vargas to administer the oath of office to the new Mayor Alex Vargas as prescribed in the Constitution of the State of California.
No, acá de este lado.
¿Yo? Ok.
Así está bien. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I, Alex Vargas,
I, Alex Vargas,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California against all foreign enemies and domestic.
and the Constitution of the State of California against all foreign and domestic enemies.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California.
and the Constitution of the State of California.
That I take this obligation freely
That I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge
That I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
the duties upon which I am about to enter. So help me God. Okay. All right.
Very good.
Bravo, bravo.
I will present the certificates of election to all the newly elected officials when we meet at the atrium by the Christmas tree once the meeting is over. While our newly elected officials get ready to resume our meeting, our cable TV division has a video that highlights Hawthorne over the past few years.
It makes me very happy and proud to see all the different groups that got together to make this happen.
We try and make sure that each customer is a part of the family. We kind of build them for success, not failure.
The residents are going to love the streets, and also it's going to bring in more commerce.
We have a name brand, a cafe shop restaurant here in the city of Hawthorne that everybody's been looking forward to.
It's a good destination for South Bay, and we're very excited.
I'm proud to be a part of this. I'm proud to be a resident of Hawthorne and say that we have a park named after probably one of the greatest athletes of all time.
All right, folks. Very important. We don't have anything further from our council member colleagues. I want to defer to the newly elected council member, Mayor Pro Tem. Do you have anything to say at this point? I'm not going to go back, so I just want to leave it, do it right now.
All right. Thank you. No, I don't know if it's now or should the new councilwoman and council member David Parents say something first.
Well, no, I like for you guys to say something.
Okay.
So we
All
can
right.
end just with the newly elected and re-elected.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Again, I want to congratulate Mr. Mayor for your re-election. I know it was a tough re-election campaign. I want to congratulate Miss Angie English Reyes. Come back to the council after 2 years of absence. So I look forward to work with you on all these social issues that Hawthorne needs to be taken care of. Congratulate to Mr. David Patterson, now a council member. You've been here as a city treasurer for almost 6 years. We respect you. Your ideas has been brilliant, And now you're going to shine as a council member, and I look forward to work with you as a councilman supposed to do the business of the city of Hawthorne. Okay. And let just me say something that I was proud of the city of Hawthorne because 32,611 people went out to vote. So a tremendous number for the first time, so in history of the city of Hawthorne. So it was a democratic election, and I have to say that I ran for mayor was to protect the city of Hawthorne of self-interest, and I accomplished that. And so I was not running to help nobody. I was there to help the people of Hawthorne. So that's what I did. And I want to make sure that the city does not fall into the wrong hands and that we as a council members do the business of the city of Hawthorne to bring prosperity for all the people of Hawthorne, not just a few, because we need to help the low-income families, the working poor, the people that are struggling during this COVID-19. So my goal is to bring prosperity to Hawthorne, bring new business to Hawthorne, manufacturing jobs, first-time home buyer program, help the renters, help the landlords, help the small business. So we have a long list to do, and we want to make sure that we are going to deliver for this upcoming 2 to 4 years. And I know, so now we have a complete council, and I bless you all, and a happy holiday to all of you. So God bless, and thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Who do we have? Councilwoman Olivia Valentine would like to say a few words to your new colleagues that are joining us.
Yes, thank you. So thank you and welcome back, Council Member Angie Reyes English. Look forward to working with you. I know that you're very dedicated to the people of the city of Hawthorne with your interest and knowledge about social programs, that you have the knowledge that you bring from the city of Los Angeles. Look forward to having you help us with all of the things that we need for the programs that we need in Hawthorne. And David, glad to see you on the council. Look forward to working with you with your financial knowledge. I know you'll be able to help keep us in a straight line as far as our finances are concerned. Your skill is very welcome on the council, although you had demonstrated that skill as a treasurer. Glad to see you on the council. Both of you, you know what we need in Hawthorne. I'm very, very focused on trying to bring business into the city. And now the focus has changed a little bit because our businesses are hurting so much because of the all of the stay-at-home orders that we were forced to implement in the city, and our businesses twisted themselves into knots to try and comply with the orders that had been passed before, where they had to reconfigure their businesses for outdoor dining. And now, until December 27th, they won't even be able to do that. So this is very hurtful. This is a very bad time for businesses to be shut down in this way. Take out orders for businesses do not bring them nearly the amount of revenue that they need. And for the retail businesses to be operating at 20% capacity for a small city like ours, that's a really sad turn of events, because our businesses can't afford that kind of restriction. But we'll do what we can. We need to be working to get money from the state, money from the county, money from wherever we can, from the federal government when it becomes available. So I look forward to working with you all to see if we can put together some really good proposals to our state legislators, to our county legislators. We need all the help we can get to make sure that we keep our city on track. We were doing so well before, and I want to see us continue to do well. In the meantime, I just want to add something, because I don't want anyone to miss that we do have a little bit of cheer in the city of Hawthorne. We have movie night on December 19th, which I encourage everyone to go to. Please go to the website to get information on it. And the home decorating contest. And hopefully everybody will participate in that. And that information is also on the website. So please, everyone, decorate your houses, bring some cheer to the city, and come to see the Grinch on December 19th. So welcome once again to our new city council members, and Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you. So now I would like to invite, Council Member Angie Reyes English to say a few words.
With all this technology, I hope that I did this right and we're good. Let me first of all thank the City of Hawthorne. Let me thank its department heads, its employees, and everyone who's already reached out to me with greetings and positive thoughts. I appreciate that. Thank you. To my family, to my friends, to my supporters, businesses, and stakeholders, and most importantly, our voters of Hawthorne. I want to thank you for your civic engagement and most importantly, stressing your vote and assuring the folks that you would like to see representing your city and providing good service. I also would like to thank my leadership and mentors, Councilman Kern Price of the New Ninth, and my Chief of Staff, Curtis Ernest, two men and individuals in my life that has always supported me and has guided me in great words and encouragement. I would also like to thank my coworkers, Nora Gutierrez and Bryce Rosario, for their support, most importantly, their friendship and always being there. Let me also thank our State Senator, Steve Bradford, Mayor Robert Garcia from the City of Long Beach, and our LA County Assessor, Jeffrey Prang, for the letters that they sent me and the congratulations that they provided. My steadfast commitment to the City of Hawthorne and its residents is what I want to do and do well. I look forward to working with my council colleagues and the city to once and for all provide good service. I can't stress that enough. Service which is going to address the needs of our housing, of our homeless, of our jobs, business, and everything else that has yet to come to Hawthorne. I look forward again to providing policy that is not only effective, but policy that matters most to the residents of Hawthorne. Again, I thank you all for the opportunity not only to be elected, but most importantly, to hear my plans for Hawthorne, a better Hawthorne, and more importantly, all the messages that I received via email, phone calls, and texts, folks that wanted to talk to me, folks that reached out to me, voters that wanted to understand what was currently happening in our city, voters who were interested in knowing the history of our city. It's because of those individuals that wanted to understand and be engaged and a part of our city is what made the difference. I want to thank all of those that, again, ran for office, but more importantly, were involved. And I look forward again to just continuing in these efforts, and it's bittersweet. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Council Member. Welcome. Welcome back. I'm going to ask Council Member, newly elected, newly sworn in Council Member David Patterson to say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, I want to just congratulate Council Member Angie Reyes English for her election. Congratulate Mayor Vargas for his re-election.
Thank you.
I want to thank former Council Member Mike Toledo for his service and former Council Member Haydar Wah for his service. Definitely appreciate you. I appreciate you because serving the community is important, right? It takes a lot of time and dedication and sacrifice, and it's something that our community needs. We need great engagement, right? We need the members to make their voices heard about what's important, and we need some of the some to represent the entire community. I'm honored and thankful and grateful for having this opportunity to serve the community as this council member. I was treasurer for 7 years, and be honest with you, had always wanted to be on the council because I felt that I could really make an impact and really serve the community. Had a lot of people ask me, after being treasurer and getting on the council, what's next? What are you gonna run for next? And I thought it was the weirdest question in the world because I ran for council not as a something to do until I did something else, but so I can really make an impact in the community. And I'm really excited to have the opportunity to do so. I ran wanting to be on the council so I can help support the city with economic development, help prioritize investing in the community. And I'm really excited about those opportunities because I believe that everybody on the council has similar goals and similar desires. And I think that we have an opportunity to do something really special in Hawthorne over the next few years, especially with all the economic activity that's happening around the city. I'm really proud of the city as a whole for coming out and voting. Like it was said previously, we had the highest voter turnout in the history of Hawthorne. We had more people vote for city council and mayor than has ever voted for those positions ever. And I think that's important that our voices are heard as a community. And I'm glad that so many residents made their voice heard on November 3rd and cast their vote. It's just really inspiring. I hope that we continue to break records in terms of community involvement and how many people participate in our election. I think that's really it. I appreciate everybody welcoming me to the council. I'm looking forward to learning everything there is for me to learn so I can be a great council person. I'm really looking forward to serving the community. And whenever my life as a elected official is over, I love to be able to look back and see that I made an impact, which is the reason why I decided to run in the first place. So I appreciate you guys, and thanks for giving me this opportunity to just show my appreciation.
Thank you so much. All right, so I guess it's my turn. So one of the best decisions that my mom and my dad made back when they got married was to select the city of Hawthorne to come to move into in 1970. So that's a while back, about 50 years ago. And it's one of the best decisions that they made. They could have moved to Torrance. They could have moved to Lenox. They even looked at Linwood and a couple of other neighborhoods. And they selected Hawthorne, which was the right place for them to move. And this is where I was raised, where I was born and raised, and where my brothers and my sister were born and raised as well. This has become the place where my family has lived, I've grown up in, where I was baptized, where I did my first communion, where I went to grammar school. This was where I used to go around in the streets and play. And great memories from before. Remember what Hawthorne was. Remember the things that happened along the way. And the reason I became involved in city council and city government was to be able to return the city to its times of glory. And as I've become involved with the city council, with city government, and meeting all the civic leaders and all the community groups, I see that there's a great passion for the city of Hawthorne and making sure that the city of Hawthorne moves forward into the future. So I'm really proud and excited and humbled and honored to have been reelected as mayor because it proves that people want to keep the city on the right track. And there's no doubt, and I would like to mention it, that this past election was probably the worst when it comes to the aggressiveness and things that happened in a political campaign season. There's no denying that. And in the process, there was misrepresentations that were made, not only about myself, but about the accomplishments that the city council has done over these last 4 years. So I'd like to mention all the great things that have happened and why we're keeping the city on track and bringing in the additional ideas that our new council members are bringing in so that we could take leaps forward. And so I appreciate them joining us and joining us as city council members. The city, at the time, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when I became mayor, was in one of its worst moments when it came to the city's cash reserve balance, which was about $5 million. This was the lowest that had been in previous years. A recommended cash balance reserves is recommended to be kept at about $20 million. So we were at $5 million. So as over these 4 or 5 years, we have grown our cash fund balance, our reserves, by 700%, up to 38 million. That's proof positive that this council and this administration has done the right thing, bringing us economically and financially back on track. We have many companies that have opened up in the city of Hawthorne. We have Ring that is opening up soon. We've maintained and kept SpaceX, and they've grown as a company within the city of Hawthorne, purchasing other warehouses, purchasing other buildings, and growing as a company. Our FAA building will be transformed into something wonderful coming soon. We have all these different businesses that are ready to open in the city of Hawthorne, and they are in the pipeline, and they've been slowly but surely opening up without a lot of fanfare. I'm not about a lot of fanfare, and my council colleagues are not necessarily about a lot of fanfare. So people are proud to say that they're from the city of Hawthorne. People are excited. People on the other side of the 405 are now saying, I am from Hawthorne, California. And Councilwoman Valentine knows that. She's seen it. 360, Holly Glen, Holly Park, Ramona, North Hawthorne, Bodger Park. These are all the corners of our community, of our city. And people are proud to say that they're from the city of Hawthorne. No longer are the days of pay-to-pay politics. No longer are the days of corrupt practices, behind-the-scenes deals. That has been eliminated, and that's what's going to be maintained. I'll be the first one to say something about that. And we don't have anything to worry about with the council makeup and dynamic that we have here today. So there's a lot to celebrate. And again, I'm really happy and proud. So I want to thank all those people that supported me in the election. For my dad was one of the biggest supporters for me, my mom and my family, friends, and people close to me. My dad was the one that was putting out signs, political signs. Even in the middle of being threatened by people walking up to him from the opposite camp and trying to deter him from doing things. Friends, family, I thank you so much for stepping up, people who supported my campaign directly, like financially, and the people who voted for me, and the people for the city of Hawthorne that may have not voted for me. But the important thing is to know that we as city council member represent everyone, no matter what party affiliation, no matter what religious background, no matter what ethnic background. We represent every single person here in the city of Hawthorne, and we can't forget that. And I'm very excited about the path forward. There's a lot of positivity. There's a new way of doing things on the city council, and I feel confident that this new council dynamic will work together with a plethora of ideas that will come together into something great. So once again, I thank Hawthorne, And I'm proud to be your mayor once more. Thank you so much. So I guess that's it. Are there any other words? No? Okay. The city's council meeting is now adjourned.